This audio program by Radio AI is generated using artificial intelligence technologies. The voices you hear in this program are synthetic, and the thoughts they express are shaped through artificial intelligence-driven reasoning and iterative refinement.
Welcome to Radio AI.
Great to be here.
So today we're doing a deep dive into something I think a lot of us wonder about. Are all these modern technologies actually making people, well, less creative?
The big question. And it's tricky, isn't it? Because technology is huge. Everything from, AI writers to just our smartphones.
Exactly. And creativity, too. It's not just painting a masterpiece. It's original ideas solving problems in new ways.
Right. So it's definitely not a simple yes or no answer we're looking for today.
No, definitely not. We want to unpack the different angles, the tensions involved, and give you a clear way to think about this whole relationship.
Sounds good. Where should we start?
Okay, let's maybe start with the common worry. You hear it all the time, the concern that tech just automates things, gives us these templates, and maybe that makes our creative muscles atrophy a bit.
Yeah, like the auto-suggest on your writing app or those image generators. You type in a prompt and poof, there's an image.
Right. It feels like maybe we're skipping the hard work, that messy, iterative process where, the really interesting ideas often bubble up. Are we just getting too reliant?
But, there's another way to look at it. What if creativity isn't just this solitary genius thing?
Okay.
What's really fascinating from a sociocultural view is how tech might be changing creativity, not just reducing it. Think about how it scales things up.
Changing how?
Well, communication platforms allow huge collaborations, right? People building on each other's ideas instantly, globally. Or algorithmic tools letting designers prototype incredibly fast.
So it lowers the barrier to entry, maybe? It makes it easy for more people to create something.
Exactly. It can do that. The key thing seems to be how we engage with the tools. Are you just clicking the defaults? Or are you pushing the boundaries, using the tech in unexpected ways?
That's a really interesting distinction. Passive consumption versus active creation, even with the same tool. Okay, but then you get into things like generative AI. It's basically remixing existing stuff on a massive scale. So is that genuine novelty or just really sophisticated copying, a kind of pastiche?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
But then again, hasn't human creativity always built on what came before?
Well, yeah. People point to Shakespeare borrowing plots or jazz musicians riffing on standards.
Right. So maybe these tools, by giving us access to so much existing material and letting us combine it in new ways, actually enrich our creative potential.
Potentially, but it still comes back to the user, doesn't it?
Absolutely. You still need to curate, interpret, remix that material with intention. Like a writer might use a language model to brainstorm, get some wild ideas they wouldn't have thought of.
But then their own judgment, their critical thinking is what shapes it into something meaningful.
Exactly. The tool is a partner, maybe, but not the whole story.
So if the theory is kind of split, what does the actual, empirical research say? Do studies give us a clear answer?
Not really. That's the frustrating part. There's just no strong consensus. Some psychological studies hint that maybe very structured digital tools might lead to more surface-level output, less deep focus.
Okay.
But then other research connects using tech for accessing diverse information or collaborating online with people feeling more confident in their creativity, what they call creative self-efficacy, and finding more varied solutions.
So it's messy.
It's very messy. Measuring creativity is hard. Isolating the effects of one technology is almost impossible. And everything changes so fast anyway. So yeah, definitive proof. Hard to find.
So what does this all mean for us then? It feels like there's this real tension. On one hand, tech can make us super productive, churn things out quickly.
Speed, outputs, efficiency.
Yeah. But then there's that other kind of creativity, the slower, deeper stuff. Letting ideas incubate, mind wandering, things that maybe don't fit neatly into an efficiency model.
Right. And it's often not the tech itself, but how the tools are designed or how workplaces integrate them. Is the goal speed above all else?
And there are the psychological bits too, right? Feeling overwhelmed by options, maybe burnout from the pressure to keep up or fit the algorithm. It makes you wonder, are we trading depth for speed?
That's a core debate.
Yeah.
And you see it in the theoretical models, too. Some cognitive scientists worry we're weakening core skills by relying on external tools.
While others argue the opposite.
Exactly. Others drawing from ideas like distributed cognition, see tech as extending our minds, creating larger functional workspace for tackling complex problems in new ways.
And culturally.
Well, there's that debate too. Is tech homogenizing everything, making all creative output look the same? Or is it actually fostering new kinds of collective expression, new ways groups make meaning together?
And I guess it varies hugely depending on the context, like different cultures, different jobs, different generations.
Absolutely. And critically, who even gets access to these tools and the skills to use them creatively? Equity is a huge piece of this. Ultimately, it seems less about the tech itself and more about fostering environments, educational, professional, personal, where creativity in all its forms is actually valued and can thrive.
So it really boils down to how we choose to use these tools, how critically we engage with them, and whether we build systems that value deep thinking alongside efficiency. It's an ongoing process, not a finished story.
Well said. It's definitely an open, evolving system.
Thank you for joining us on Radio AI for this deep dive.
We hope this gave you some food for thought on this really complex relationship between technology and creativity.
We genuinely love to hear your own thoughts and reflections. Feel free to share them in the comments below.
Hope to have you with us again on Radio AI. Until next time.